Keep going, everyone. Have you heard that the newest men's fashion trends are making a comeback? This time, however, the controversy is so massive that it's nearly destroying the internet. Believe me when I say that a leaked private film purportedly involving Mendes does not look good. Fans are going crazy trying to find answers, and others are doubting Man's and Yandy's allegiance more than ever. Since this could be the last straw in their already tense relationship, she is most likely packing her bags right now. But hold on, the main question here isn't simply what's in the video. Oh no, that's only the beginning. It was leaked by the genuine tea. Was it a resentful former partner who has been hiding in the background, a jealous business associate who wants to destroy memes, or maybe someone close to him who is aware of the situation? Which buttons to press? And not to mention the rumors circulating about the movie itself. This may not be as innocent as it first appears. Is it all a setup? Or is it exactly what it appears to be? Stay tuned as we're going to reveal every delicious detail. I promise you won't want to miss how this controversy is going to take over the world. So let's get right to the point. You'll be shocked by what just happened. The story that Mendes, a man who has been in the public eye for years, is involved in is going to rock his entire world. And believe me, we're talking about a level of drama you never even imagined was possible. A private film that was released online has gone viral more quickly than reality TV. For some background, males have been living in the public eye for many years, although it hasn't exactly been easy sailing. Though he has seen his share of family strife, business scandals, and adultery allegations in the past, he has so far been able to keep his personal life private, particularly his relationship with Yandy. So far, so good. This video is really explosive. It depicts Mendy in a hotel room getting a little too cozy with another woman. And I'm not just talking about them casually near Mill. His hand is resting on her thigh, whispering in her ear. And the moment that truly shocks her is when he leans in and gives her neck a kiss. Not just a friendly peck on the cheek, but a full-fledged, intimate gesture. You can sense the intensity and see the chemistry, and it's all on camera. The kicker is this, though. The sound quality is not clear, but the body language, it's really evident. When the video first came out, many believed it to be a joke, but it looks like a serious matter that shouldn't be dismissed. Perhaps it was a hoax, as others began to examine it. That is, pay close attention to the details, the voice, the scene, and Mendes' acting. It became evident that it was either a deepfake or some sort of publicity-grabbing prank. He was this. Additionally, when fans began dissecting it, the floodgates opened and chaos ensued. Who leaked it? Why? And why now is the crucial question. Was it an envious former partner, someone Mendes had strained relations with, or a business associate with a grudge? Someone who spotted a chance to ruin him when he was at his weakest. Not even a member of his inner circle could be the culprit. Someone who was aware how to reveal him when he was most at risk. It's difficult to say, but whoever it is, they certainly know how to quickly and effectively get this movie into the correct hands. However, this is where things get even more complicated. Speculation that the video might not even be authentic is spreading like wildfire. Mendes might have been set up. Perhaps it's a sophisticated ruse to destroy him, set up by someone with a secret objective. Others aren't buying it. They believe that this film depicts men in a precarious situation with another man. Let's pause to consider this. Means and Yandy had been wed for a long time. Despite everything, he has been her loyal husband and the person who has always supported her. Or at least that's how he's portrayed himself to the public. But that video makes it difficult to understand how anyone could have the same look at him. Mendeecees has just destroyed the reputation he has worked so hard to build, and let's not even discuss Yandy, if this video is genuine and not a setup. I wonder what's going on in her head at the moment. Through it all, she has been by Mendeecees' side. The drama, cheating rumors, highs and lows, however, this could be the final straw that drives her over the edge. Can you blame her? She was just going about her daily business at home when the video suddenly dropped. It's not simply a private moment either. It is an embarrassment in public. It's not simply men and women in a hotel room. Mendeecees is giving this woman a kiss. There is no doubting it. And the public's response is, to put it mildly, tremendous. Fans are in complete panic mode. Mendeecees supporters argue that it might be an old clip that has been altered or removed from its context. Others are not so understanding. They are accusing him of being unfaithful and lying, and they are advising Yandy to break up with him. The twist is that some individuals are even stating that Yandy should pack her bags and move on, since this is the last straw and there is no turning back. As if the situation wasn't already dire, the rumors keep arriving. There are rumors circulating that this is only the first video to be leaked. Much worse, Mendeecees is clueless about who is responsible, which is making things much more chaotic. Mendeecees sits there trying to comprehend what just happened as his phone beeps with hundreds of notifications, including texts, direct messages, calls from his manager, and calls from friends he hasn't spoken to in years. Some are expressing pity, while others are fueling the flames by hurling charges all over the place. The unimaginable then occurs. The video is found by Yandy. Her phone starts to explode as she's finishing up a skincare brand advertising event. Before calling a random number from the industry, her pal calls another friend. Her tummy falls. When she takes out her phone and taps on one of the links, everything finally clicks. Here is the video. Mendeecees observes in all his splendor that he has been caught red-handed, and it is catching on like wildfire. Yandy's greatest worries are realized when she reads through the comments. I was aware that Yandy was unfaithful. He deserves better. This time, she should really leave him. She is stunned. With her head whirling, she sits down. How is this possible? How could he have done this to her after everything they've been through? But this is the real deal. Mendeecees is still out there and is still unaware of the full scope of what is going on. Ignorant about the impending storm, when he enters, everything is different. Yandy is holding the phone, ready to play the video. When Mendeecees sees it, his expression falls. This is now more than just an accusation. It is proof, and it is there in front of him. What will he do now? How can he explain this? And how can he make things right when everyone is looking and his wife, who has always supported him, is doubting everything? Keep an eye out, because things are going to get much more difficult. And I assure you that the worst is still to come. Mendeecees was going to discover the power of a viral video, and I must say, it's not beautiful. The first step was Yandy's response. The video had gone viral, appearing on social media in every possible place. And now the whole public was prepared to form an opinion. It was evident that Mendeecees was in serious trouble. However, let's take a moment to discuss the man himself before we get into that. Mendeecees is a person who has always had to balance being in the public eye with being private. He has been through a lot in the past. From his turbulent history to the drama involving Yandy, he has been involved in numerous scandals. But this one was unique. His character and marriage were directly attacked by this, and not just his admirers were commenting. The industry was also observing Mendeecees, who had been a devoted husband for years. and he deserves praise for supporting Yandy through all of the highs and lows. Indeed, rumors about his adultery had been around for a while, but people had always written them off as mere gossip. However, the truth was something much more concrete. The evidence was unequivocal and unambiguous. It was as though the cosmos had struck him with a blow that nobody, even Yandy, had anticipated. Let us briefly discuss Yandy. When the video came out, everything in her world changed. After attending a business-building event, she was confronted with the most significant betrayal of her life. She received a ton of texts, direct messages, and calls from her friends, followers, and even industry insiders on her phone. But it wasn't until she saw the video that everything hit her like a ton of bricks. Mendeecees has helped Yandy become an empire. They had experienced many hardships. Together, they are well known for the importance of their family. But this one act in the video destroyed the picture of the ideal pair they had spent years creating. Comments began to pour in, and many were nasty. Once supporting fans and followers turned against Mendeecees more quickly than a switch being switched. Others were demonstrating their support for Yandy by sticking with her through the storm, while others were urging her to leave him so she could move on and regain her authority. This wasn't only a scandal to Yandy. She could lose her marriage, her business, and her image as a result of her public betrayal. Every news station, blog, and gossip website seems to be noticing the film, which was widely circulated. Mendeecees was spotted with another woman, but that wasn't the only thing that happened. That got folks talking. The context, the kiss, the intimacy, and the chemistry all contributed to a straightforward conclusion. Men had gone too far, and he did it in the most notorious manner imaginable. Let's now discuss the most pressing issue that everyone is currently facing. The question that everyone wanted to know was who jumped in the video. Was it someone from his inner circle trying to ruin his entire life and career? Or was it envy from a former girlfriend or a rejected business partner? Whoever it was, they understood precisely what they were doing. It wasn't just any spill. This action was meticulously planned and carried out with the intention of defeating Mendeecees. There were theories that started to circulate. Was there a plot to undermine Mendeecees at his most vulnerable point? There were fans who believed that someone had planned the entire situation, even though there was a lot of conjecture because guys had created enemies over the years, whether they were close friends or former partners. The reality that the film had been made public and the harm had already been done remained. Let's now discuss the implications of all of this. When a controversy of this magnitude makes it online, the first thing you need to realize is that people are cruel. As hashtags like #Mendeecees Exposed swept social media, better and #CandleOffAyear are what Yandy deserves. Every moment of the video was being examined by fans who were looking for hints about what this meant for men and Yandy's relationship. Some attempted to defend him by saying that the video was twisted or modified. But let's face it, the harm had already been done. Fakery is impossible. That chemical, you cannot pretend to be intimate like that. Upon seeing it, Yandy realized that the damage could not be reversed. She was in pain, and everyone was observing her. Her next move was anticipated by all. It's also not like she had many choices, let's face it. The whole situation had gotten out of hand, and to make things worse, the second video had just been released. It wasn't just about the video anymore. Yeah, you heard correctly. Compared to the first video, the second one was worse. In crystal clear HD, Mendeecees and the same woman from the first video were seen laughing and drinking in a private hotel suite. However, this time they were much more at ease with one another, holding hands, laughing, and conversing as if they were old friends. But that wasn't all. The one is the woman in the video. Mendeecees was apprehended for not keeping silent. She possessed screenshots and receipts of text messages that showed that she and Mendeecees had had talks, and it didn't end there. She also had audio recordings. Oh no. The voice of Mendeecees was very distinct in one clip. "Just keep this low-key. I got you." That was enough to make Yandy lose her mind. For what reason was he keeping this a secret? What was he doing? Mendeecees' entire existence was built on the foundation of the second video, and the third, which is about to be released, is also worth mentioning. It's like seeing a train accident. It's not only the videos, and you can see it happening, but there's nothing you can do to stop it. The public observes, analyzes, and forms their opinions on every moment. The question is, however, will Man's and Yan's marriage survive this? Or will it be the last straw? The drama in this epic narrative is far from ended, and we're all eagerly awaiting its next turn. Mendeecees sat in his tempest as the internet continued to roil with allegations and betrayals. All of the texts, videos, and rumors were excessive. He was unable to hide or flee from it. His entire world had been flipped upside down, and the repercussions were approaching him at an accelerating rate. Things were getting darker by the minute. Yandy stopped sitting around doing nothing as the third video approached. This was no arbitrary drama she could overlook. She had watched the second video, listened to the voiceovers, and sensed like a dagger, the ache of betrayal is intense. The whole universe was observing her, anticipating her to initiate contact. And after she went live, everything was different. In that live broadcast, Yandy did more than only respond to the videos. Her sadness wasn't the only thing she showed the world, but she went beyond that, stating unequivocally that she would not be played and that she would not let Mendeecees or anybody else control the story. And for the record, this isn't just about a video. Yandy stated in a cold but determined voice, "I'm not going to let you tear my family apart," she concluded, demonstrating her strength beyond anyone's comprehension. "We will not be defeated easily, and someone is coming for us both." Comment section fans went crazy. A couple, others were dubious, while others were encouraging. Yandy's strategy was evidently more than a simple defense of her marriage, and the more she dug into this drama, the more she discovered. This story went beyond a husband who was caught on camera committing adultery. Something far more nasty and well-planned was involved. Yandy was delving deeply behind closed doors. She wasn't merely letting the scandal consume her. Rather, she was using it as motivation to identify the guilty party. Mendeecees had been exposed, but Yandy wasn't going to overlook this without knowing why Mendeecees, on the other hand, was vulnerable to the spotlight. His standing had been damaged. His career, which was in danger. The more people saw the footage, the more they turned against him. His role as the devoted spouse in the numerous people's eyes, he played the role of the antagonist, liar, and cheater in a real-life soap opera. The worst aspect was that he had no idea who was making all of this happen. Someone close to him, a disdained business partner, or an envious ex. Whoever it was, they weren't finished with him yet. Mendeecees became increasingly desperate as the third video's release approached. Every call or message on his phone served as a reminder of how much he had lost, and he was drowning in allegations, betrayals, and the unrelenting scrutiny of the public. However, he could not change the fact, no matter how hard he tried. Then the phone call arrived. The phone call he had been dreading wasn't from Andy or his management. A call from someone with ties to the enigmatic forces that are responsible for this complete scandal. On the other end, the voice was almost too quiet. You still don't understand, did the voice ask? The men's hearts thumped. What would you like? Who is this? With a quiet laugh, the voice said, I want you to be aware of what's taking place. Think again if you believe this is merely a video scandal involving infidelity. This is reimbursement. The words were like a slap across his face. What could this individual mean by payback? You've ruined relationships. Mendeecees, the speaker went on. Though you believed you could get away with it, the past always finds a way to catch up. You need to pay now. The call went dead. Mendeecees sat with his head spinning, gazing at the phone. Repaid? Who had he wronged that would go to this length? And what was this individual attempting to reveal when his apartment door abruptly flew open? Mendeecees was confronted by the enigmatic figure from earlier. This time, 2 other people in black were standing behind him, their faces obscured by heavy sunglasses. Mendeecees attempted to stand but felt weak in his legs. What is this? What do you want from me? Mendeecees' voice was shaking as he inquired. Smiling, the enigmatic man's posture eased Mendeecees. I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to give you one last opportunity. This must be fixed within 24 hours, or you will be dismissed. Mendeecees' hands clenched. A chilly smile replaced the man's smirk. Everything, your life, your profession, and your reputation, is running out of time. Prior to man's response, one of the men behind the enigmatic figure raised a telephone. This particular video created a stomach prop for men. What's? Compared to previous footage, this one was more personal. Even though it was the same woman and hotel room, the discourse was different this time. The man in the video had a lot more personal voice than before. I'm not concerned because I have this under control, but she is unaware. The video was filled with Mendeecees' voice. The freeze of men, it was his voice. It was more than simply the video, though. It was also the context of his comments and the promises he made to this woman. Mendeecees' voice became more urgent as he screamed, "You set me up," as if his entire world had been captured on camera and exposed for everyone to see. The mysterious man didn't flinch. "You set yourself up," Mendeecees said. "You just didn't realize it until now." Mendeecees' eyes were bursting with insight. "You have 24 hours, he repeated, his mind racing. Who could have done this? Who would go to such lengths to destroy him? Fix this, or everything will fall apart. After leaving the apartment, the fingers turned and left Mendeecees alone with the phone. The video and the clock that ticks his body was shaking with dread and rage, and his hands were clenched. In a day, brains knew one thing for certain. What would he do? Who could he trust? And what could he fix? The time was ticking, and everything he had built. His business, his reputation, his life, was on the line. This was no longer simply about salvaging his marriage. In the meantime, Yandy, who had the ability to change everything, was more than just an emotional wife. Furthermore, if anyone was planning to, it would be she who had to save Mendeecees from the abyss. But the story wasn't finished, was it? With each second that went by, Mendeecees' future was in jeopardy, and the final footage had not even been released yet. You see, people, the time is running out, and Mendeecees is running out of time. The truth was about to be revealed, and it was going to change everything. The stakes are higher than ever, and we want to know what you think. Will he be able to repair his damaged reputation and keep his marriage together? Or is this the end of everything he has worked so hard to build? Find out who is truly behind the scenes in this controversy Leave a remark below with your thoughts. Do you believe Bindi can turn this around? Or do you think he will fail? Will Yandy support him? Or will she leave him permanently? Click the like button. If these disclosures have astounded you as they have us, please remember to subscribe and enable notifications, as this narrative is far from finished. We'll be here to see every turn in this thrilling drama, and there will be more secrets to come. Keep your ears open, keep involved, and don't miss anything that comes next, because the truth is only beginning. Like, comment, subscribe, and bookmark it. Don't miss the next surprising development.